everyone. Today we are on the fifth session of class 9th geography chapter 2 physical features of India. In this particular chapter we have seen that we are having a six major physical division of India, that is northern Indian mountains, northern Indian plains, then Deccan plateaus or peninsular plateaus, the Great Indian Desert, coastal regions and islands. In our last sessions, we have completed first physical division, that is northern Himalayan mountains. Then second, we also have completed the northern Indian plains in our last session. Now in today's session, we are going to see third and fourth division of physical division of India, that is peninsular plateaus, which is also known as Deccan Plateau and the Great Indian Deserts. So over here we are going to start with the first part, that is peninsular plateaus. Now what is peninsular plateaus? As we have seen that India is having a six major physical divisions. From north side to south side, or from east side to west side, when we see the physical division, from northern part or from the northern side, we have seen that India is having two physical division, that is northern Indian mountains or northern Indian plains. Now when we come down towards the south, or when we come down towards the northern Indian plains, we are having a highlands area. Highland area means which is not mountains or which is also not plain areas, but they are having a certain kind of height, a height which makes them highland areas. So that is why they are not a plain area or not a big mountains, and those areas are those triangular shape areas because it covers the central part, eastern part and western part. So it creates a triangular shape which is called as peninsular plateau. Now what is peninsular plateau? It is a table land. It is a table land, you can say. That means it has a height and then it has a plain land. Both it has. It also has an altitude and it also has a plain land. So that is why it is called as plateaus or peninsular plateaus, because it is in a triangular shape. So it is a table land created by breaking and drifting of Gondwana land. Okay, that peninsular plateau is created by breaking and split or drafting of the Gondwana land. Now what is Gondwana land? Gondwana land means about 180 million years ago there was a split in the landmass on the earth, and that split created many highland areas in South Africa, in America, in North America and in India, and that split in the landmass created those plateaus which is called as Gondwana land. So this Indian plateau is also created by drifting of Gondwana land. Then when we talk about the peninsular plateau, in Indian peninsular plateaus can be divided into two, Central Highlands and Deccan plateaus. Central Highlands means it lies in the north of Narmada river. Okay, Narmada river divides the plateaus into two parts in India. Narmada river flows between these two parts of peninsular plateaus. This northern side of the Narmada river, Central Highlands lies in the northern side of the Narmada river, and it covers the major area of Malwa region. That is why it called as Malwa Plateau, and it is also known as Central Highlands because it is in the center part. Then we have a Deccan Plateau. It is triangular landmass. It creates a triangular landmass and it covers mostly the region of Deccan. That is why it is called as Deccan Plateau, and it lies in the south of the Narmada river. That means in the north of the Narmada river we are having a Central Highlands, and in the south of the Narmada river we have Deccan Plateaus. And Central Highlands it covers the Malwa regions, and Deccan Plateaus cover the Deccan region. That is why it is called as Central Highlands and it is called as Deccan Plateau. Now moving further, peninsular plateaus that we have seen from south to north. From north to south, when river Narmada flows, north part of the river Narmada we have Central Highlands because it is on the height, and south side of the Narmada river is called as Deccan Plateau because it does not have that much height. Now when we talk about the eastern-western extension of peninsular plateau, it creates different kinds of plateaus which is locally known as Bundelkhand and Bagelkhand Plateau, then Chota Nagpur Plateau, and it drains by the river Damodar. River Damodar is there which drained these, which give water facilities to this peninsular plateau. These two peninsular plateau which extend towards east to west. Now eastern and western edges marked by, when we talk about the eastern and western part of the plateaus, it touch by the eastern and western Ghats in India, which is also called as coastal regions. Now, when we talk about peninsular plateau, it has a black soil, okay, and a black soil found in a region which is also known as Deccan Tract. In this particular area, we found a black soil which is very rich for the different kinds of agricultural activity. So this is all about the peninsular plateau. Now moving further, the next physical division of India is the Great Indian Desert, which covers the Rajasthan and Gujarat part. When we talk about the Great Indian Desert, it lies towards the western margin and Aravalli Hills. Great Indian Desert lies in the western part. It covers the part of Gujarat and it also covers the part of Rajasthan, and it lies in the Aravalli Hills. It lies in the part of Aravalli Hills, margin of Aravalli Hills. It is a sandy plain. Actually, it is a sandy plain because deserts always have a sandy soil. It receives, as it is a deserted area, it receives very less rainfall, which is below 150 millimeter per year, which is a very less rainfall. That is why in those areas irrigation facilities have been used to have an agricultural activity. Major areas is covered by Barchans. In this area or in the Great Indian Desert, Barchans covered major areas, and Luni is the only river which is the water source for that particular area for the Great Indian Desert. That is why they always faces the problem of water scarcity. So over here in this session we have learned about the peninsular plateaus and the Great Indian Desert. I hope you have understood these two particular divisions. Now the last two physical divisions are remaining, which is coastal region and islands, which we are going to see in our next session. Till then, thank you.